Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, here we go. Happy Friday. It is the KVJ After the Show podcast. Heading into a Labor Day weekend. College football gets going, and officially week one with some massive games, including a big one in South Florida, is the Miami Hurricanes can make a big-time statement taking on Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish. They got a really good running back, and they were in the national championship game just last year. So if they could knock off the Fighting Irish at home, you'd be like, look out for them Canes.
Don't you hate the Fighting Irish because of Rudy?
No, I don't know. I'd say I hate the Fighting Irish. I never saw the movie, and I just the guy was kind of annoying. I saw Rudy. I think it might. I don't even know if it was Rudy. It might have been his brothers. I saw the Rudigers. They're from my wife's hometown in Joliet.
Oh,
and we were out
okay.
at a bar when my wife and I first started dating. I saw them work in the room. In fact, I didn't even know. I'm like going, who are those fucking tools? She's like, those are the Rudigers. I'm like, do they think they run the town? Like, Rudigers. I'm like Rudy? She's like, yeah, that's their bro. She's like, yes, they think they run Joliet. And so they have big dick energy. And they were just kind of like, yeah, you're going to put that on your tab. It's just, that was kind of like the, yeah, it was
I'm
just.
fucking Rudy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, you're not even the guy that.
No.
Yeah, it just.
And also, according to the movie, Rudy's girl was getting porked by his brother.
You know what? That
Is
plays.
that real?
That plays. I'd never seen the movie because I didn't grow up necessarily a big Notre Dame fan because they did stand in the way of the team I was rooting for of winning some stuff. So I didn't necessarily love them. I hadn't watched the movie, and then I saw the Rudigers, and then it was after that I just saw how douchey they were in that bar. That I kind of then went in, and then when they started talking about, I think it was Joe Namath. No, it wasn't Joe Namath. It was Joe. Gosh, what's his name? He's a San Francisco quarterback. I'm getting old. And Joe Montana. He had gone in about, he's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that movie. They took a lot of liberties. He's like, it's not like the team really liked him like that. We didn't come in and lay down our jerseys. Nobody knew who this guy was.
They didn't start the Rudy chant that everybody in the stadium, Rudy.
Right.
Nobody ever
like, all
gets
this stuff
along
was
that way.
fabricated.
Nobody. Even the opposite teams cheering for Rudy.
What annoyed me, Rudy's riding high off a movie that is full of lies, and then his brothers are riding high off of Rudy, who's in a movie about him that's not even true. And these guys are asshats, just thinking like, okay, do you know who I am, guys?
Gotcha.
It's like, you're not even the guy. You're his brother.
And Sean Austin plays Rudy, who is very likable, and you're 5'0" and you weigh 100 nothing, and you are going against the biggest giants against the land. Like, they made him like such an underdog, and you loved him, and you cheered for him, and he did everything right because he worked so hard, and he just sounds like a fucking prick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that pretty much that was on brand.
Someone clip that and send that to Rudy. That's how you go viral.
I know where you'll find him. Mm-hmm. They're still running that town. So the other things you got going on this weekend on a little college football is the Florida legislature officially designated tomorrow, and I guess going forward, every Saturday, August 30th, is going to be Jimmy Buffett Day. And so they're doing something at the Margaritaville in Hollywood Beach. Today, you have got a concert tomorrow at Old School Square in Delray. So I love it. They do the Hemingway Days every year in Key West. I mean, how long has it been that we've had a lot of people passionate about Ernest Hemingway?
It's been a minute.
Yes.
People turn out for that Hemingway celebration.
They do. I mean, it's massive.
It is a massive tourist attraction.
And I think that's the point. I mean, if you did a Jimmy Buffett Day where you still have legit parrot heads and all that stuff and just made that a South Florida thing, and it seems like they are with events from Hollywood to West Palm kind of doing this. And of course, you could easily tie Key West into that as well. It'd be kind of cool to have a whole Labor Day weekend every year is just a Jimmy Buffett kind of fest.
I was a dick face a lot in my career on the microphone towards Jimmy Buffett, and I regret that. I really do. I've done a deeper dive on a Jimmy Buffett, and he seemed beloved. He seemed like a really cool guy, and I was wrong, and I take it back.
Yeah, you've been a dick face about a lot of stuff.
Yes, like how you're nice.
Like how you treat me.
Yeah. Virginia's such a sweetheart to work with. Fucking lying.
So you got that going on. You've also got a big-time Powerball that's happening that is now at $950 million. The drawing tomorrow night, the cash payout is $428.9 million.
Damn.
Sixth largest in the game's history for Powerball.
I'd be happy if you just gave me 1.5 mil.
I know, right?
Just pay off just what you got to pay off, and then...
You just cover the bills.
Just cover the bills, and then, that's really the...
$30,000 just to go wild with, and I'd be happy.
My dreams aren't that big. You just pay off the house and just be able to live off that.
Take all that stress.
Yeah.
Pay off your new AC.
Yeah, fuck. Dog, it's Friday.
I know, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But my house is cold as shit, and it's amazing. It's the coldest it's ever been.
Wow.
My 74 is not a regular 74. It's like a 70.
Wow.
Yeah, they nailed it.
It's good.
You know he loves.
It's a big deal.
He actually loves to be in the 60s.
I keep it. My personal number is 68.
Yeah.
With a bunch of blankets.
Yeah, there's something very cozy about that. Now, you got one hell of an electric bill, but I mean, aside from that, yes, I like being in my house, and we keep it chilly as well. I wear a hoodie when I go home, but I like it. I love the feel.
Can I ask you a personal question? Do I have permission?
Hold on, I got Moonshine right here, Kevin.
Oh, but it's blue.
It's the one you've always tell me to drink.
No, it's all we have left. We need a new
What
color.
the fuck do you want from me?
Just drink it.
By the way, we do have a Sugar Tit in the chat room with us. And for the Clemson game, they've teamed up with Charlie T's Barbecue there that's in Clemson. And they have a Charlie T's Fire Brewed Moonshine grilling sauce made with their moonshine. So if you're heading to the game, if you are in that area, on your way to Clemson to watch that, go pick that up.
Oh, I bet the temperature's going to be nice, too.
Yeah, Goober, who KVJ Nationer in Clemson, around that area, he said it was 60 this morning.
Oh, Goob.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Goob still listens to us.
We miss you, Goob.
Because Goob used to stop in at Station 1.
Yeah.
And just come in and say hello.
Totally.
That's how long. I mean, at least 21 years for me, and I know he was listening to y'all.
You're right.
So he's probably 26 years listening.
Since the beginning, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So they're starting to get some
cool.
They're getting some fall-like weather up north now. So I always kind of like that because we're not going to get it for a little while, but it lets you know that it's about to change.
So can I ask you that question or not?
Fuck, I thought you forgot.
Yeah.
All right, yes, you have consent.
You like it at 68. What does Honeyface like it at?
She likes it cold, too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So good then. Temperature compatibility is very important in a relationship. You can't have one person that likes it hot and one person that likes it cold because it's fun to be on the same page.
Yeah, we really don't argue about shit like that. We're pretty much simpatico when it comes to stuff like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, me and Panda too. We like to make it cold and get bundled.
And I mean, I've been with Honeyface a lot longer than people realize.
Give us some dates. Or sip that moonshine.
Just go for a little Sugar Tit moonshine right there. Make you feel better.
Get that tit
It's ready
on your
for the
lips.
weekend. Well, I had a little Sugar Tit a couple weeks ago, and boy, I forgot how. I put it down because I keep it on top of my fridge. That's where all my booze is. I almost fell walking away from the fridge. I'm like, damn, that stuff's strong.
Dude, Virginia gave it to me.
Knocked you on your ass.
Like 3 weeks ago.
It's legit.
Kyle actually called me, oh, you lost your ass. It was even during commercial. So we weren't even getting credit for it on the air.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, just fucking take a shot, you little bitch. I'm like, fuck you.
It
fine,
tastes
I will."
amazing.
Kevin, I drank it and I was drunk within 20 seconds.
I hit you so hard. So I was the same way. I had just taken a shot of it or whatever I had done, and I put it up like, gosh, this stuff is, and it tastes so good.
Yeah, I mean,
a little warning. Just brace yourself.
It hurts my heart going down, but it kind of subsides quickly.
Yep.
And now I'm like,
you're feeling good, baby.
I am in the attitude of, fuck yeah.
Good stuff.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's so
Friday.
And then I think we have Monday.
We have Monday off.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was telling Goob and I was telling the Sugar Tit people, I'm like, one of these days we'll get up there and do a KVJ show live in Clemson. So it's where my family's from. So I got family up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would love to do it. I think we just need to just do it. Just plan it out and say, fuck it. We're going up there. We have the equipment to do it.
We do.
Everybody can broadcast from anywhere nowadays.
Yep.
There's a way to do this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love to go to your hometown. I'd love to go to your hometown again.
Probably the coolest bar, at least from what I've seen in Clemson, it's an old gas station, the ESSO. And it is it's an old gas station they've converted into a bar. And a place like that might be cool to do a little KVJ live.
Amazing.
And we were kind of talking about, do the people like it if we do a broadcast from the studio? Is it annoying to listen to, or do you kind of like that when you're out and about doing something different? I personally think if the quality is good, I don't think people mind.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And we're looking at the technologies there that hopefully in the next year or so, we're going to start doing some KVJ flyaway little shows and just pop up someplace. And they're saying, hey, we could do it at Sugar Tit Moonshine too. So that'd be kind of fun. Maybe, just start doing KVJ live shows from all around the country.
Come along trips. I have been begging for these for years. I love them. We used to do them back in the day, the all girl adventures, where we took a bunch of girls to the Bahamas. Just big trips with a big group of nationers where you all just get rowdy because people end up hooking up. There ends up being little stories. People that are on the trip become characters, and then that becomes content for the show, and it's just fun.
Yeah, I think Kevin's concern always is the broadcast quality going to be affected, and I get it. You don't want it to sound like it's AM from the 1970s.
Right.
You want it to sound good, and I think it can sound good. And people do this shit all the time. There's no reason why we can't do this.
I think looking at what we have, I was checking out some equipment this week, and that's why I kind of come in here with a little confidence. I was like, okay, I think that'll do what we need to do. So
yeah,
whatever you need that we don't have, Panda probably has it.
And I'll throw in money to get whatever we need just to fucking get it done. And
we need a stripper pole.
I love it. Let's get it all, man. Let's get strippers. Let's get poles. Let's get clits. I love the whole thing.
There you go. Get all of it.
Respectfully, of course, with consent.
We're purchasing clits.
I think that's a real transaction.
Yeah. You're going to go see your grandma this weekend. I know, Virginia. That's your big plan.
I am. I'm flying out today. This evening, and we are moving her from her. She's been like in a senior center, but she had her own little apartment.
Oh, yeah.
And now she has to go from that apartment to actual assisted living, where she's kind of more like in a hospital room. Now, we do get to decorate it a little bit and bring some of her furniture and try to make it as, home-y as possible, but she's going to be like, round the clock care now because she's 101. She's going to be 102 in March.
It's impressive.
That's fucking impressive, man.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And she still has all of her mental faculties. You can still talk to her about anything from her childhood, from 30 years ago, from her first marriage, from my dad being a little kid. Like, she knows everything. The only thing is just her eyesight is failing her, and she keeps falling because she can't see.
Gosh, man, me and your grandma has
a lot in common.
Your grandma and your mom, we all have a lot in common.
Yeah. All about the same diagnosis.
She's all of her faculties. She's there. That's crazy.
Her brain is sharp as a tack.
So what the fuck happened to you? That's the moonshine.
That's the moonshine.
Yeah, that's moonshine.
Don't forget who's driving you home, bitch.
You look young. Your eyes look so shapely and beautiful.
Now, with you leaving this weekend, does that mean that your new closet is going to be built before you leave, or are they still working on that?
Still working on it. So they did like a demo, and so they took out the stuff that I had in there that we're fixing it up, cleaning it up. Panda's going to do the painting and patchwork this weekend while I'm gone.
I bet he's so pumped.
I don't think he is, actually.
Oh my gosh. How does he not drink? Or at least smoke some blunts every now and then. I mean,
The new closets go in on Wednesday. So
what's Panda's release? It can't be just the fucking Bills. They never win.
I think it's carnal.
The porking with you?
Yeah. I'm a blast.
I think Panda gets... Never mind.
You think he's just pussy whipped?
I was going to say, I think Panda gets more of a boner for the Bills than for Virginia. But that's just fucking mean.
If he had an option to sleep with me or Josh Allen, I don't know who he'd pick.
Oh, he would
One
be...
boner is definitely harder than the other.
There's no way he's not 69 with Allen over Virginia. There's no way he's not.
Him and Josh Allen 69ing.
So when you were going to have your closets built, then you had to get everything out of the closet so that they could, move everything in and rebuild and all that.
Yes.
But you didn't get everything out of your closet.
I guess not. So, okay, it was 3 dudes from Closets by Design, and they went in there and they're taking everything apart and they're pulling out cabinets and stuff. And then they took everything with them and packed it all up in the van, and then they left. They were done. They were very good, very thorough, very sweet. But then when I went in the closet to look at everything after, I noticed on one of the shelves, they had put an adult toy just right there on the shelf, and it wasn't there before they did the demo. So I'm wondering if they found it somewhere behind
Well, did you
something.
recognize it? Is it your adult toy or they bring one in as a joke?
I brought it in. Let me show you.
But you don't know if it's yours or if it's one that is a prank? Is that what you're saying?
So I've never used this. Not that I'm trying to shame them, but
Shocker.
Was it in that
it was
wrapper?
in this plastic wrapper.
That's actually not that. It's not.
That actually looks just like a pickle that's been left out in the sun for too long.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's not what I typically think of. I mean,
So I gotta take it.
For a sex toy to be had, it's got to be out. And I've got a story to top you because Cooling Advisors was at my house. And they walked in a room, and I realized that there was a vibrator right in the line of vision, and there's no way they didn't see it. And they're having a serious conversation about my air condition. And when they walked out the room, I go, holy fuck, there's a vibrator right in the vision of the guys from Cooling Advisors.
that's amazing.
Oh my God. It got real hot real quick. I'm like, oh man, were they talking about that in the car?
You know they were.
I'm hoping they didn't see it.
They saw it.
Completely saw it.
I don't see it. Was
Totally saw it.
It was.
Well, I was asking them before I realized they had found this. I was like, I bet you guys see some crazy stuff. And they're like, you have no idea. Like when you go in people's houses and you start seeing what they have and how they live, people are interesting and weird.
And honestly, you could pass this off as, it's one of Rocco's rocket ships.
It does. I mean, it looks like a rocket ship or a Zeppelin or something like that.
How do we turn this?
Interesting.
How do we turn this thing?
You're sure that's a sex toy?
I mean, look at it. What else would it be?
Well, I mean, it definitely would work as a sex toy, but
This would be more of a clitoral.
Yeah, but it could be it legit could be a kid's toy that just looks like a.
I think if this was a sex toy, it's clitoral stimulation with a little bit of inner,
So you're not even necessarily positive that is actually a sex toy. Do you recognize it? Did you purchase it? Where did it come from?
I never purchased it. What I'm thinking that is, you know how back in the day, people used to send us a bunch of stuff to the radio station?
Oh, we need batteries.
Oh, there's no batteries.
That's what. I need AA battery stat.
So if it needs batteries, it would be a sex toy then.
Yeah, it's a sex toy.
This is, and I would say this is kind of a popular one.
I think Denny's has AA batteries. He's currently scrambling.
I love it.
Denny's, bring your clit too, because Jay Bird thinks it's for clitoral stimulation.
Well, I do think it's more of I think you can use it for both, but yeah, I think, I don't want to get too graphic here, but we do sex talk. Yeah, I think,
Is that your vibrator?
Yeah,
well,
Sound effects?
I just,
That sounds
you
more kind of
broke
like
it.
hair
I didn't break
clippers.
it. Trust me, these things strong like bull. They gotta really.
So do you have your own sex toys then that you've purchased, or is it just stuff that has been delivered that you had there? Because you're claiming that's never been used.
Never. I'd never have used that. I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
You
Vanilla-
don't have any sex toys that you ever use?
No.
You're talking to Vanilla Vanna over here.
I was curious where she was with
Do
that.
you?
Do I?
Yeah.
We did once upon a time. It's been a long time since but I remember, I think it came from, back in the day. We were doing stuff with Adult Video Warehouse and I had a bunch of stuff. And
I
we
think
had
that's what this is. I don't think that.
You guys have never gone out and bought sex toys for you and your lover?
Like at a store?
No. Never done
You
that.
have?
Yeah, yes. It's fun. Yep. Yes.
He does. Well, then maybe you should take that home.
Yeah, you can have this.
Well, let's see if we get this thing to work. I think we've got a, what do they call it in the business?
Technical difficulty?
A dud.
A lemon.
A lemon.
Oh, we have a lemon?
Yeah. Watch this not even be a sex toy.
Maybe it's so old. No, I think it is. Look at it.
It's gotta be.
It is.
So they put that out for you to find. So the closet makers found that thing and they think that you just,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
They put it on the shelf. It wasn't on the shelf
Right.
before they were in there.
So they're like, oh, that girl goes to town on herself.
Oh, I can't really imagine what they were saying.
And you know what? God bless her if she does.
Yeah, of course.
Live in America, Jack.
Nothing
I
wrong
thought
with it.
we could masturbate.
You can.
Without judgment.
USA.
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 USA. This moonshine's good.
Yeah, we can tell. Someone's passionately talking about clitoral stimulation.
He's so happy right now.
I'm just having
Got a
fun.
nice buzz. He's talking clits.
The After the Show podcast really is one of my favorite parts of the day. I love this part of our day.
It's a release.
It is.
No pun intended.
I know some people don't like the vulgarity. All I can say to that is go fuck yourself.
Got some emails here today. One from Jeff said, Kevin, you are right about Dexter Resurrection. The show is awesome. It is airing right now. It's on Showtime, but I think Paramount, the app, is where it takes you to watch. He said, but unfortunately, you must have missed the fact that they have canceled it. What? Canceled it?
No.
Yeah, no, actually, I think what happened there, Jeff, you saw the news this week that they canceled the Dexter prequel that they'd only done one season for. So they had a younger Dexter Morgan and a different setup. And so they had done that. And then the odd thing was I think they had actually greenlit a second season and then decided to cancel that. And the only thing I can figure is Dexter Resurrection is doing so well. And a lot of people that have said, if you love the very first season of Dexter, they're back.
Okay.
They're back to it. It's got its groove and everything you love. And that's what I felt. I'm like, this feels like the very first season of why I fell in love with Dexter.
Okay.
So this new season is fantastic. And maybe what they said is they're like, no, this thing has got legs again. It's got new life. So let's not we might confuse people, and they may have just created that prequel to say, okay, if the resurrection doesn't revive, then we can put our focus into writing this direction and doing a prequel. But I think they're seeing that, all right, we'll hold off on that.
Okay.
Not a project we have to do, would be my guess. But I don't know for sure. Another thing we'd been talking about was that K-pop Demon Hunters, and it has just surpassed Red Notice to become Netflix's most viewed movie of all time. That Red Notice was good, too. It is drawing 25.4 million views over the last week, 236 million since it premiered on June 20th. And so that is higher than Red Notice. And they're doing a sequel, of course.
Oh, well, you have to do a sequel. That's where, the extra money's at Virginia.
Yeah. And then Golden from the soundtrack is number one on the Billboard Hot 100. So that thing's just cranking out.
Is that
great
the
numbers.
Golden Harry Styles?
No, I don't think so.
Is what does he sing? Silver. No, what?
No, he sings Golden.
He sings
but yeah, it's
Golden.
not that
Yeah.
song.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a K-pop song.
Fucking idiot.
K-pop.
Yeah, K-pop.
K-pop.
Yeah, and they also have new streaming numbers, too. They said YouTube has accounted for 13.4% of all TV viewing, the highest among streaming services for the 6th consecutive month. And it maintains the largest lead a media company has had since they began tracking in 2023.
So what are your thoughts on, because here's the big conspiracy theory about YouTube and the numbers. People are buying views, buying comments, buying likes. And I think, obviously, it's all about money. If you're able to do it, you'll do it. But I thought YouTube kind of cracked down on that kind of shit. And if you do any of that, they'll fuck you over. Or has the people now figured out another way to manipulate YouTube?
I think it's one of the problems that digital numbers have today, because when you control the platform, then in a sense you control what you consider to be a view. And that's been the knock with podcasts. And as we've jumped from different podcast platforms with the KVJ podcast, the numbers radically shift. And it's all just how they attribute the listens, downloads, whatever it is you're doing. So it's kind of a weird thing. And advertisers are just now starting to get savvy on digital advertising and understand it. But yeah, the measurement system's still a little bit wonky on it.
When I see a video I put up that's doing horrible, like it's got like 37 views after 2 hours, right? And there's no comments, I always just put, wow, this video really crushing it, isn't it? Just to see if that gets any kind of... And it does it, and I delete it.
And then I cry.
Yeah, but
so deeply.
This is Nielsen that looks over it, so I assume they have some kind of standard that maybe they're not just taking the platform at their word to say, okay, if you say so, 8 gazillion views this month. So they may have some kind of thing where it's like, all right, you got to show me your work.
To me, I mean, I would rather know what's real. If there's only 1,100 people watching us and we only have 1,100 fans, I would want to know that. I don't want padded stats.
Right.
I want real stats. If they're good, I accept them. If they're bad, I accept them.
I think they'll start cracking down. I mean, you've heard about them purging bots, whether it be a social media platform or even things on YouTube. So they're trying to get more savvy with that. And as they put more money into digital advertising, the money and the advertisers will be demanding accurate figures. And they'll be able to tell because of the return on investment. And they're saying, you told us you had 80 million viewers on this, and we got 3 calls.
Right.
We're not buying it. So, yeah, they'll have to be accountable for that. Disney's second, then Netflix is third, but they had the largest monthly gain over the last month. Roku is up there. I didn't even know that was such a thing, but that's right behind Netflix. Amazon fourth on there. So that's kind of how the platforms are right now falling.
So Roku beats Amazon.
Yeah. And Amazon's got that Summer I Turned Pretty, which I got schooled on that last night on how big that show is. So people were loving that. Karen got a recommendation here. He said, heard you talking a bit about the airline outbursts, and if you like watching crazy TV like Road Wars and Customer Wars on A&E, on Sunday I searched through the shows and I found one I hadn't heard of before, Airline Wars. Check it out. You'll see all kinds of craziness on planes and at the airport. Okay, so if you love that kind of stuff, which we pretty much have a whacked out news story every single week at least of calamity happening on the planes, that's a whole show dedicated to it. So there you go. Go check that out if you're looking for something to view. Now, if you're looking to watch a little Saturday Night Live, this new season, they're saying, could be radically different. Sounds like Lorne Michaels is purging a lot of the staff.
Really?
I don't know why, but so far, 3 people you probably haven't heard of unless you're a diehard fan. Michael Longfellow.
Nope.
Which that sounds like a porn name. He became the 3rd cast member to exit in recent weeks. Devon Walker and Emil Wakim, I guess, were other of the unknowns that you probably don't know. But that Heidi Gardner is finally leaving after 8 seasons. You'd recognize her. She does a lot of commercials.
Yeah.
She, in fact, is on the show Shrinking.
Oh, okay.
That I am watching. So she's getting a lot of projects, and I think she's just like, all right.
She's transitioning anyway.
I got enough other work that I don't need SNL anymore. But that's going to be a big knock for them because she really was the most recognizable face that they had.
Okay.
In fact, I think Denny's can throw that up there on KVJ TV. She was the blonde.
Yeah.
She does the commercials with the kid from Schitt's Creek.
Okay.
So that might be just one of the many places that you've seen her. But yeah, she's going to be gone. So I don't know who they're going to have on SNL. Maybe just relaunching with an almost entirely new cast.
Is he switching it up? Is he going to change the format?
I don't know. I've only just seen enough people leaving that I'm now curious as to what the hell is going on. Did he not think they were funny? Because it sounds like the three others that I named, the people you don't know, they had said it wasn't their choice. They were fired from SNL.
They didn't want to go.
Yes.
They say it's one of the most toxic places to ever work for. And the other place I heard that was just as bad, Ellen.
Oh, yeah. We've heard that about Ellen.
But there's a comedian, Craig Fitzsimmons is his name. He's been around forever. You might know him. He's one of those just long-standing comedians that is just a solid comedian. But I wouldn't say everyone knows who he is. And he said, dude, Ellen was cold as ice. If you got on her shit side, because he was a writer for her, if you got on her shit side, you'd pitch an idea and she'd look at you and just act like you were the dumbest person on the planet and then go to the next person. If she loved you, oh my gosh, fun, great. But he said it was so cold, people would cry. And this is a comedian that's not, he's not a bitch comedian. He could take the heat. He goes, Ellen was a fucking bitch.
Yeah, that's crazy. I've heard so much about that. There's a story this week about how much, like you, Virginia hates men. They were saying that about Ellen.
I don't hate men.
No, you just, fucking want to bring them down to their knees and make them be so obedient.
Yeah, but I am going to look into what's going on with SNL because I am curious. Is it just purely ratings? Does Lorne Michaels not think that those people were funny enough? Or I'm wondering too, because there's a lot of this going on right now with the media. The last couple of years have not been very balanced. And you would have people that would come in there that I don't think felt very welcome when they were there. What's the guy who does the Bud Light commercials now? He's all over the place. Shane Gillis. And so I kind of heard that there was a lot of friction and they didn't want to really work with him. And it was kind of an uncomfortable week. And there might just be, you talked about the toxicity already, but I think some of the guests they brought in, they said he's got a legitimate fan base. Oh. He's, considered one of the better, we can't start excluding some of the funnier people that are out there that have a following just because you guys don't think that they check off all the boxes when it comes to your politics. And the Morgan Wallen thing had happened that apparently they were not very welcoming to him. And I know a lot of people put the blame on Morgan Wallen that he was a prick and walked off early, but I kind of heard that they didn't treat him very nice. And he was kind of like, all right, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
SNL has gotten to, and this is a consensus from a lot of people, SNL has turned more into theater comedy, like theater kid kind of comedy. Okay. Growing up in that type of, compared to real comedians just fucking some shit up and offending people. Yeah. And offending people and not giving a fuck about it and not apologizing for it.
And that's fine. And I think people just ask for it to be fair across the board. And, and I'm one of those people. I want you, I don't want sacred cows that we don't go after. I want you going after everybody. And that might have been it where Lauren just said, with this cast, we can only do one style of comedy. And it's the woke comedy that you're missing a large portion of the audience and people are tuning out. So it'd be fascinating to hear the conversation. And I'm only just trying to throw out there what I've noticed with SNL and what the comments have been. Yeah, just speculating. I'm wondering how much of it was possibly that saying, look, we got to be able to make fun of everybody, and we can't have where we have somebody like a Shane Gillis and people are loving his show Tires, where we can't bring this guy in simply because you have a little brat club. They're like going, he doesn't meet our standards. He doesn't think the way we think.
Look, Lorne Michaels didn't want to even fire him, I guess. I think it was more of a network decision that, Lorne Michaels has a boss too. He doesn't run NBC. He runs SNL.
Gotcha.
And they said, we don't want Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis was on I believe, a train, thinking he just got the call.
Shane on a train?
Shane on a train. He's like, oh, cool, man. I'm going to be on SNL. And by the time he got off the train, there was like 50 articles. Shane Gillis canceled.
Oh, damn.
So he found out within 20 minutes that he wasn't on there. They invited him back twice. So SNL looks like fools. You said you fire him. You hire him, you fire him, and then you invite him back twice.
Yeah, well, and honestly,
it's just messy.
Well, it's messy. The messaging isn't clear.
Right. What are you?
Yeah, and maybe Lorne Michaels just is like, look, we got to start over, and I want to have the kind of place where anybody can come in here. Because that was the feel of the original cast.
Right.
They were very irreverent. People were like shocked by what they heard, but they seemed to go after everybody. At least it felt that way, I think, as a lot of people grew up. They didn't feel like they were protecting any side. If you were just out there, everything was fair game.
And I kind of think the politics were goofier and more comedic than visceral, if that makes sense. Back in the day when you would have a comedy sketch. Sometimes you're watching a comedy show and they're just giving you their opinion and there's no punchline, there's no setup.
Right.
They're just giving you an editorial of how they feel about whatever is going on.
And they miss the funny.
Well, it's a fucking comedy show.
Yeah.
Well, they're so busy being angry, they forget to be funny.
I remember when I really was watching, I was in college, it was early 90s, and you had Bill Clinton in it, and you had George Herbert Walker Bush.
Yes.
And the way they made fun of and Ross Perot, and the way they were doing those debates, they made fun of every single one of those guys and made them all look like what they were. And it was very funny that you got to laugh at all
everybody.
Sides. Right. And SNL now wouldn't have had that, or did they ever do any Sleepy Joe Biden stuff? And I mean that
they now to defend SNL, and I'm not at all, and I don't like SNL that much anymore. They tried for a couple weeks to mess with Joe Biden.
That's good, and that's fair.
They did,
okay,
but it wasn't fair and balanced. I'm not trying to be political, but it really was very one-sided for a while. But not even that. A lot of their sketches just fucking sucked. And I liked it when SNL could do a sketch where nobody has to read the card and then look in the camera.
It might be pure ability. It just may be on pure ability that you had. And you just felt like, hey, this crew can't cut it. So it may have been one or the other, or maybe a little bit of all. I'm just kind of curious why Lorne Michaels making the changes he is.
Tell me when you saw Phil Hartman, Chris Farley, any of those fucks, talented fucks, I mean that in a loving way, ever look at the cue card. The cue card. They had their shit memorized. That's why they were insane, because they had 5 days to memorize all of these sketches. And SNL, they'll say this. They'll go, well, we want to change things at the end because things are topical. Well, then don't change things at the end then. Make it funny and make it good and nail
stick to what you practice.
Yeah, stick to it.
I think, honestly, with really good comedians, too, the people who have done, was it Second City out of Chicago and some of those places where they get them from, they, at least the old cast, they used to do a lot of improv. And so if you blow a line or you're not going the right place, you kind of know where you're supposed to wind up, and then you just improv your way there.
Exactly.
And then if you have truly funny people, in the moment, they're making it funnier than what you were written down. Because sometimes when you're writing in a room and then by the time you take it live, you're like, if we go down that route right now where the energy is and what we've already said, it's not going to hit the same way. So trust your instincts and make something new out of this. We just got to know how to get out of it.
That was the biggest knock on Jimmy Fallon. So in the beginning, when Jimmy Fallon was on SNL, he was a star. He was a breakout star. And he kind of had that Adam Sandler kind of vibe. He played the guitar. He was goofy. He started doing things where they would call it breaking, where they're in a sketch and he would start to laugh in the sketch. Yeah. Now, every now and then, that's funny. If someone is doing something and you can't control yourself, it's a great moment. They started to, he started kind of getting knocked on that if a sketch wasn't working, he'd start to like fake laugh.
Oh, yeah.
And I really actually don't even hate Jimmy Fallon. I make fun of him.
No, I think he's a very nice guy.
Yeah, but that's what a knock was, and that became a thing called When You Break on SNL, and it became kind of a thing where if a sketch isn't working, someone would just start to crack up, and then that would be, oh, they're cracking up, it's so funny, and the sketch sucked, but it was kind of forced.
You're saving it.
I
Yes, and
remember
he was
that.
accused of doing that with him and Horatio Sands.
Horatio Sands. I remember
Yeah.
that. That definitely stands out to me because I just like, this is terrible.
People
and it wasn't funny.
They were
yeah.
annoyed with it.
Yeah, and that's legit. I observed the same thing, and I didn't like that era. Whatever happened to Horatio Sands, by the way? Where'd his career go?
Google.
He's Sans career.
Yeah, he also had a couple stories that
Did he?
Well,
Yeah, that's right. I think he did.
wasn't
He's a little creeper,
flattering,
right?
which was involved with a Jimmy Fallon who escaped it. Somehow he escaped it. But yeah, it was, he brought.
Was he creepy?
I believe he, if the story serves me right, it was after the show SNL kind of a thing, and Horatio Sands was hanging out with a girl who was underage, and everybody knew she was underage, and she claimed that, allegedly, of course, but that would be the knock, and they go, well, Jimmy Fallon was great friends with Horatio Sands. He knew how old she was. So, and yeah, there's videos about that
He
as
is
well.
accused of grooming and sexually assaulting a 17-year-old in 2002.
And bringing her around SNL people at parties. And people are like, how old is she?
In 1999, when she was 14 years old, the alleged victim started posting on various online websites, message boards, and chat rooms about SNL. And then in January 2000, Sands and one of his colleagues emailed her and then began the process of grooming, so they say. So, yeah, I can see where his career went.
And then the weirdos go, man, 17 is the age of consent. When a guy starts rattling off every state of the age of consent, you go, bruh, what's up with you, homie?
Let me see your phone.
Yeah, exactly. Wisconsin 16, Alabama's...
Let me see your search engine.
And they're defensive about it. Bro, it's New York. 17 is the legal age of... I'm not sure in 2025 that's the battle you want to fall on the hill.
You shouldn't.
Right.
If you're defending Horatio in his 30s, hooking up with a 17-year-old, that's not a good look.
You see it all the time. People do it all the time. Bro, man, different time, bro. Different time. It's a different time back in the 70s where, guys were dating 14-year-olds. No, that was kind of weird for a long time.
We're going to say it was weird then.
Even in the 70s, fucking around with a 14-year-old as an adult was pretty fucking creepy.
You should have known better.
Yeah.
But when I was 17, there was a very popular song that said, she's only 17. Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me.
Is that Gene Simmons?
No, that's Kip Winger.
Good God, how many of those fucking perverted songs were written? And these are hits.
Daddy says she's too young, but she's old enough for me.
Oh.
That's not even as bad as she's just 16 years old.
Yeah.
That's even younger.
Leave her alone, they say. Yeah, they. The law.
And then don't forget the one you're talking about with Gene Simmons. That's Christine 16. Where he goes, I've got to have her. I've got to have her. Like that.
God.
Oh, it's so like,
I'm going to vomit up Moonshine.
Oh, it's rough. Yeah, if you want to put together the rapiest playlist of all time.
And it's Gene Simmons, which makes it even just next level.
It's Predator Jams.
Oh, my gosh. And
Featuring Kip Winger.
and getting massive airplay.
Yes.
My God.
Loved them all, didn't we? Gosh, we love those songs. How fun is that? All right. Well, you guys have an amazing weekend. Go and enjoy it. All 3 days of it. That means we got a little 3-day weekend ourselves. But keep checking out. We're going to have a whole bunch of new videos that'll be dropping on our YouTube. That's going to be happening throughout the weekend. Social media, of course. Want to find a good place to get cocktails and go eat? Go follow KVJ.eats on Instagram. So we'll be all over your digital platforms all weekend long till we come back live on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you then.